What if I told you that living the dream is simply a form of living out your passion, of making that passion gradually, through persistence and effort, a central part of your life? Well, I'm Josh Larson, and I'm living that dream. Exploring new territories and new worlds. I'm chasing down the next big adventure, and I'm bringing you guys along for the journey. You're watching The Dream. Now let's see where the dream takes us on this adventure. Welcome to this episode of The Dream, Redemption. We bring you to our neighbors up north in Canada, with amazing scenery and lots of lakes, tons of fishing, but most of all, lots of bear hunting. The drive from New York to Canada was definitely long, 8 hours of driving, but once I got to the border, my phone didn't work, so check your service plan. I had to get a new SIM card. Canada definitely has some amazing views. It almost reminds me of Colorado, but without the mountains. What's going on, guys? Just got done with orientation. Met with Pete, the owner of Taylor Bear Hunting here. Checked out some stands, checked out some trail cam pictures. I'm heading out there right now to my first stand. I'm stoked. You know, there was 5 bears at the stand throughout the day yesterday, so I'm already anticipating that we're going to be seeing some action tonight. There's going to be another stand that I'm at as well. I'm going to be bouncing between 2 different spots, depending on how, the area I feel comfortable with. One of them's right on the tree line of a field, and the other one's inside the actual woods itself. It's gonna be epic. I'm stoked. I seen a bear yesterday. Ran right in front of my truck as I was leaving the cabin. So, that was a big bear that I saw yesterday. So I'm excited. We're in the full bear rut right now. So the boars are chasing sows, and the action's hot. The only bad thing about it is the mosquitoes are terrible up here. So I'm glad that I bought my Thermacell, and I'm going to be using the heck out of that. So I'm probably going to be doing a couple videos from the stand once I'm set up. I got 4 cameras I got to set up, a couple GoPros, then my 2 actual film cameras. So once I get here to the stand, me and Taylor are going to be setting up everything here. But it should be a pretty good hunt. Everybody that's been up here this year has shot a bear so far, so I'm ecstatic. I'm excited. Let's get it done. Like I said, thank goodness I brought the Thermacell, because the mosquitoes were bad. With only having a few hours to hunt on my first day, I was just trying to get comfortable. Maybe see a few bears, see where they're coming from, see what direction that I'm going to have to be looking for. But unfortunately, the only thing that showed up was a squirrel. And after a few hours of not really seeing anything except for a squirrel, I decided it was best to head back to camp, get a good night rest, and hit it hard right in the morning. This episode is brought to you by Tinks Smoking Sticks. The bears love them. Welcome back. It's time to start day 2 of hunting. As I'm getting ready, I'm packing up the truck, trying to remember everything I might need. My Tinks bear smoking sticks, my Thermacell, especially my dead downwind insect repellent. The mosquitoes were so bad, it was almost unbearable. And now, it's time to set up my Tinks Smokin' Bear Sticks. This particular set of sticks smells like honey bacon, and hopefully it brings in some big bears. Next, I prep the bait by using Rack 1 Whitetail Systems, and this particular one is called Picnic Basket, proven to bring in the bears. And now, we sit and we wait.
It's cold, but at least there's no mosquitoes. I'd rather deal with the cold than mosquitoes.
And here we go. Finally, some bear action.
One of the greatest parts about my hunting experiences is the simple fact of being able to sit there for hours and just watch nature and wildlife interact with your surrounding area. These bears were there for 2.5 hours, and I was just felt so peaceful watching a mother and her cub play and eat. It was just the most relaxing time, and it really brings you in perspective of how amazing this world really is. This segment is brought to you by Whitetail Forensics Camouflage. So it's day 3, and I decided to try out the second stand. There's been a lot more bear activity here, according to Pete's trail cams, so I figured this would be my best bet to take down a nice bear.
So we're set up. It took a minute to set the stand up because it's very crowded. But that camera, I'm gonna have a camera right here. I got a GoPro at the bait, which is on a remote for my phone so I can control the GoPro. And I got a camera behind me that's gonna film the entire scene. You know, one of the things I love about self-filming is it's such a challenge because I'm running 4 cameras. Just me, no cameraman. So everything's gotta be perfect. So when you get a shot and everything's on film, it's like, wow, okay. You know, running 4 cameras, taking a shot, you know. I love it when it comes together. And Tim Hortons in Canada, Boston cream flavored granola. Oh. Normally I'm munching on some Little Debbie's. These are on point. There's the GoPro footage right there. So I can see what's going on with the GoPro right now. Gotta love it. I can't see if a bear's coming in, because I got a lot of thick pines right here. It's just like a shooting lane, pretty much, straight shooting lane. So, and I got an open field right here, so they're not gonna come in from there, they're gonna come in from the woods. So, I'm not gonna be able to see the bear until they're right on the bait. So hopefully they get to the bait and they're not spooked and they stay there, and gives me a good shot, broadside. It's a challenging spot, but we're gonna get it done. 40 yards. I probably could have brought my bow up here, but I'm restricted to how bad I can pull back. So I'm really not a fan of the bow up here. I mean, the stand's a little wobbly, but like with a bow, you know, I can only bring my hand back this far right here. So, I mean, I could get farther up, but this stand's not good for bow. Well, it would be if I wasn't filming. So we're gonna stick to the trusty muzzleloader.
I want you to all do me a favor and remember what I just said. Trusty muzzleloader. Remember that. So it's about noon, and Pete decided to stop by and fill the bait piles up. And he uses popcorn and oil butter. Quite interesting. 20 minutes later, a bear comes in, and he's a decent sized male. My blood is pumping. From where I was sitting, I had no clear shot on this bear. He laid behind this barrel for about 20 minutes, and all I could do was sit, wait, and watch.
So I got a bear at the bait pile right now. He's a boar. It's hard to tell the size, but he seems like a decent bear. I might take this one. I'm gonna watch him for a bit more. Oh, man. Oh, good Lord.
Remember what I said about the good old trusty muzzleloader? Well, you're about to find out.
I'm heading over there to see for blood.
Well, I haven't quite looked at the GoPro footage, but this is where I find out that I missed. Let's break this down in slow motion. Bullet went right under him. Check out the next episode for the dramatic conclusion.